to you, what do you believe true femininity is and what it looks like?
I think women, female, feminine energy, all of these things are connected, and we have evolved to scientifically and also spiritually evolved to prioritize human connection and relationships. Like family is really important to us. And I know this firsthand because family was always very important to me. And yet, growing up in the United States and wanting nothing to do with my own, I was embarrassed of my culture growing up. I just wanted, my parents embarrassed me, like my lifestyle embarrassed me. I would go back home, to my parents' country. We would go every year. And I would see how much just love there was. And it just felt just I couldn't describe it as a child, but now I know. I call like everyone's hearts were open and they were just welcoming. And some of my real relatives had no money. Like they lived in huts. My dad's side of the family was very wealthy, and my mom's side of the family was not so wealthy. And some of my relatives were really poor. Like they didn't have a lot, but they had open hearts and they had so much love. And there was just this feeling of belonging. And then I would come home here. And like my parents were out working all day long, and like we were home alone for days at a time. We would not see anyone for days, not talk to anyone. And it was just such a big difference. Like I never saw any of my relatives' homes locked back home. People would just, their neighbors would walk in and just spend hours talking. My grandmother's neighbors would come and take me. Oh, Mina's here. She's visiting. They would take me, feed me, shower me, tutor me, play with me, and like send me home. You can't do that kind of stuff here, right? But then when I would come here, I would also receive messages of how like everyone's oppressed over there and how that's a third world country and like it's
Yeah.
unsafe. But like we would lock our doors here, but we would never lock our doors there. Like your neighbors and your extended family was your safety. Everyone was looking out for you. So I grew up in this like really weird kind of dilemma. I wanted nothing more than to be American. I wanted the Pakistani hyphen to be erased. Like I'm just an American, right?
Mm.
But I felt so loved and like something was missing when I would come back over here. So I did the American thing. I was married in my early 20s. I did it the American way, not the Pakistani way where your family is involved in the decision and they vet the guy and there's a whole process. And that marriage ended horribly. It was horrible. I was going through a divorce while I was pregnant with my first. I mean, it was I did it the
Yeah.
American way and it failed. And those 4 years afterwards that I was single, single mom, going to school, having my business, watching all my friends who were American also failing, and then watching all of my Pakistani relatives and my Pakistani friends thriving in relationships, but they were supposed to be the ones that were oppressed.
Yeah.
So it was like this whole awakening process. The second time around, I did it the right way. I did it everything the Pakistani way, and I am in a beautiful, robust, like secure relation marriage of three beautiful kids. And now I blend the two cultures. There's definitely things in the Western culture that I really love that we don't have in the Eastern culture. So I feel like I have a buffet that I get to choose from to make my perfect plate.